The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
First play of the game, first throw of the game. That's going to be incomplete. Looked like they had him for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's second down. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down.
He was brought down at the 26. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Yeah, that's just a tough break here in the early going of this postseason, Mike. Everyone stresses the value of the ball, especially in the playoffs. Not only does that interception put an end to this drive, but it also gives all the momentum here early to their opponent.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now Brady. Flush to his right. To the goal line and in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Seattle. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
They're on 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
36 yards.
1st and 10.
The Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
17 more yards. That's another Saints 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught at the 2. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
1 more yards. That's
To the air one more time. And he'll take it on in. Bo Jackson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession.
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Jackson.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
On play action, here's Brady. This one into the hands of Marshall. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Seattle. 33 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To the air is Brady. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for two.
The Seahawks will line up.
Brady looking to throw. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Look at him go! And he will finally be tracked down, nearly a touchdown, but he'll set his team up with 1st and goal.
On the Seahawks 9-yard line.
60-6.
He'll look to throw. That caught by Davis.
Montana's pass. Complete to Vernon Davis. A pickup of 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he will get into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Saints. The extra point is up and through. And the Saints are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1 here on Wild Card Weekend. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. Moss in motion. To throw, it's Brady. And he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
Pass caught right side by Gronkowski. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Right back to Gronk again. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Brady set to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down. Moss in motion. To throw is Brady. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up second and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Brady. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's Brady. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage is excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal. Brady to throw. On the run to the right. Now he takes off.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Stevenson, and he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have fourth down in our back pocket. And now the deep.
And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Trey McBride. Touchdown Seahawks. Decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
19 right.
Throwing now from the gun. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll begin here on the ground. He's inside the 40. Crazy. And he's going to go all the way. An electrifying run. 74 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series. But they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
He's going to try to do it himself. And he'll get into the end zone and push the lead up to 4.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing to start the drive is Brady. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
21 yards. First down, Seattle.
They'll look to throw yet again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Rob Gronkowski. Touchdown, Seattle. The kicking team off for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Jackson now to return it. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running behind, there is a lot of space open underneath. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Now Brady. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and
They'll
long
look to throw.
at the 40-yard line.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
First and goal, Seattle.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. That goes for 58. Back to throw. On the move left. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal. Henderson. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison!
That'll be intercepted. That's the Hall of Famer, Darrelle Revis.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
Oh, and so much of being backed up, he takes this beyond the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's inside the 40. 20. 15. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bo Jackson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The extra point is good. The Saints have taken a 4-point advantage.
Seahawks 31.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
20-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Brady. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Second down.
He'll drop to throw. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Gain of 19 yards. First down, Seahawks.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
First down goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Henderson. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. And And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up.
And he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Seahawks. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 33-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he is out of bounds at the 45. Great way to start the drop. A gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
To the air is Brady. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. Brady looking to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. They still have all 3 timeouts. Here we go with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get the throwaway, and he's taken down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Here's a big one, this 3rd down. To throw is Brady. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down. Gain of 13 as they convert by a good 3 yards on that 4th and long. They'll give it to Henderson. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good. So the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Jackson now to return it. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. And that's going to be intercepted. The Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal the game. So it's a win here for the Seahawks as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend.
It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You could look at past performance. You could look at metrics. You could spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
Personnel is out. Everyone's ready to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback. So we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. to really create some indecision now defensively.
This is Gibbs on second down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third and long for him here. Underneath, it's Gibbs. Yeah, he's going to be brought down right at the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. You want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Pass play now. It is caught left side. It's a small gain up to the 38. It's a rookie out of Iowa State, Darian Porter, on that tackle.
Ready.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Ready.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He rolls to his right. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Let's go.
Line out the design keeper. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Passing now on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
I'll admit it, as a former QB, probably the last one to always cast blame on the QB, but that's a situation where you just got to get rid of the ball. I will give a little blame. You've got to throw it away and just take an incompletion.
19 tight.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Gets it out wide quick, and he might throw this. He finds a man. That's caught. Still fighting forward. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field. We've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. To him inside. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back Back-to-back carries here. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Buying some time right. So this one on the defense. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. Throw left side, caught by Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now, we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lambeau after this.
At the 43-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that makes it 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
8, 6, hey! Mustang 19.
Inside quarterback run here. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Warriors 70. Get out. 3.
Tight end going in motion here. 3rd down from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
So the pass on that long 52-yard field goal attempt, they're going for it. Man in motion, out of the slot. We have 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout. Seahawks will try to kick as they send the field goal unit onto the field. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're on the board.
Okay, we're just a couple seconds away from seeing goose eggs on that scoreboard at halftime, something you don't see a whole bunch in this league. Both offenses, they're going to have to make some adjustments here at half.
Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. Buying some time left. He's loaded another one up. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Inside the 45. Still running. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sends it through. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Airing it out to start this drive. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing the southpaw, and he gets to rush the blind side. Well, anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Rig alert, rig alert. 76.
Here's a design run. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
7-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He's going to throw this one. Screen here for Gibbs. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. 3rd down, and they need to get 10.
19 Lions. 3, 7, Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Headed out right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. Into the end zone he goes. Pick 6 and a New Orleans touchdown.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception, already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints drive their lead to 11. Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3.
Devin Hester on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Back to work they go after the interception. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. Looking on first down. Forced out to his right. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Vacates quickly left side. He can run it. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 4. Got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or 2 short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Rolling back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Blown back, gets the handoff. Breaks the tackle, he's got space ahead. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Good toss here into the hands of Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on 2nd. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He's back to throw. Moss finds the football, complete. At the 20. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. And the defense choosing not to let the 2-minute warning run just yet. They're going to call time. 2:06 left in our contest. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Saints now lead by 10. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Seahawks at a 2-score deficit. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. Let's go now. 79 Dragon 60. Warriors 70.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Trying to push deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. From the red zone on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And he even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready. 65.
Looking to throw it. Chased out to his right. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On the move, headed right. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. Well, that's going to do it, Brock. They recover the kick and now can just run out that clock unimpeded.
Yeah, no timeouts on the opposing sideline. Give some credit to the hands team right there. Got the job done. And now as an offense, the greatest formation in the history of football. You know what that is, Kate?
Line it up, boys.
The victory formation.
So it's a win for the Saints. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the...